My fears have been. This is great. Mike the Lib is on the line, calling from Gainesville, Virginia. Mike the Lib, where have you been?
Oh, I've been busy at early voting, Chris.
Busy early voting. How many times? How many different states?
No, I stay outside and I hand out cards, having people to join the Prince William County Democratic Committee.
How do you say it in Spanish?
I don't. I'm unfortunate. I don't speak Spanish. I had 2 years of high school Spanish, and I did terrible in it. So.
Mike the Lib. Mike the Lib. I got to tell you, it's kind of funny because your name came up with my best girl the other day, and I hadn't heard from you in quite a while. And I said I was concerned. I'm serious. I said, I hope he's okay. I hope he's up and taking nourishment and stealing votes and, doing all the stuff that Democrats do, teaching LGBTQ classes to little children or whatever it is. Whatever it is you're doing.
That, Chris. No, Chris. Okay, let's get to the point. Trump's claim of declassification is totally bogus because if you declassify something, you certify that it can cause no damage and it can be released to the American public. None of these documents were released to the American public.
So like the FBI document they have on Joe Biden taking $5 million from the owner of the Ukrainian gas company, Burisma, declassified. That is an unclassified document, so that should be released to the American people.
No, that is an ongoing investigation, Chris. These are intelligence reports. If Trump declassified them, it was only for his personal trophy and to be sold to the highest bidder of the information.
Sold to the highest bidder? Well, you just made a leap to sold to the highest bidder.
Because what else is going to use? Or his personal gratification to show to his friends, like he did?
Well, now you guys tried this Russian collusion thing for years and years.
There was.
He's still selling it.
There was. They attacked the Democratic server.
Yeah.
Russian intelligence was basically the plumbers for Trump.
No, wait a minute. Now, Mike, I don't want to, give away hang on.
What they said was Trump's campaign did not actively participate in the crime. Only the Russians participated in the crime. That's why he got off.
Now, that's why he got off. Listen to this. Yeah. I got to tell you. Now, you know that the Russians have been, since we've had computers and the Internet, that the Russians have been, and the Soviets before the Russians, have been hacking into everything, and they send people here like the Chinese crossing our southern border. Now, you have a
why don't they come in as a tourist, Chris? That's an awful waste of time.
You have a background in this realm, don't you?
Absolutely.
And
tell us all these facts.
Tell us what that is.
I was a senior intelligence analyst
for
CIA,
for the Defense Intelligence Agency, which is larger or smaller than the CIA.
We're about 1/3 to 1/4 the size of CIA.
Well, CIA has grown a lot since September 11th.
No, even before that, they were always bigger. They were always much bigger.
And
we only concentrated on military intelligence
and on
military force structures, and they had to do everything else.
So you know that the Soviets and the Russians have been hacking into everything forever and tampering in our...
Yeah, but they never handed this stuff off to a political party. Or if they offered it to a political party, the Democrats always said no. They did. Of course, we wouldn't be tainted by that information, Chris.
That is hilarious. But you're saying, you're only insinuating, you're implying that the Trump campaign.
Well, it could only be for a personal trophy.
You just shifted the subject.
Well, no, I'm not. It was for if he didn't release it to the American public, as you're supposed to release declassified information. That's the only legitimate reason to declassify.
Well, again, you just shifted because we were talking about the Russians hacking the DNC and the Russian collusion, which you're still pretending
they basically
actually took place.
Regulate.
Now, you know that Putin's Russia paid Bill Clinton $500,000 for a speech, and that they had this operative at the Brookings Institution. What was his name? Crazy Ivan. who was involved in the Steele dossier with the Clinton campaign, and that he had ties directly to the Kremlin, the Brookings guy, with one foot in the Clinton campaign, his other foot in the Kremlin, and his midsection at the Brookings Institution. You know all about that.
No, but they only went after Clinton. They didn't go after Trump at all, did they?
Right.
They did.
Yeah, I got to tell you. All right.
Okay. I'm going to switch things because when you were doing those questions, you basically got some things wrong. First of all,
which questions?
Al Gore moved DARPANet to the National Science Foundation. That was the foundations for the internet.
The Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, DARPA, and Al Gore. But you can't tell me I got anything wrong. I just played the audio of Al Gore saying
Al Gore, but that's why he considers he's one of the founding fathers of the internet, because once they moved into the National Science Foundation, that's when it was able to be expanded on the unclassified side, not limited to a few contracts.
Yeah. Well, but that was happening and would have happened whether Al Gore had ever been born or not.
No, it might have been, but it might have been done a little quicker by Al Gore. So we don't know.
Al Gore. Well, I just played so you said I was wrong about something, but I wasn't.
No, I tell you, you basically that's why he credited. He didn't go into that detail, but that's what the detail is.
On
the Electoral College.
On the Electoral College.
Okay, the states. Every 4 years, the state legislature has to pass a law assigning the winner of the plurality vote slate of electors to be the winner. It has to be separate law, okay? It's the state plurality vote winner slate wins the Electoral College. So, technically, they could assign it to something else.
No. The Constitution. The Constitution.
All it says is it's at the state legislature level. That's who makes the decision.
It's not at their. Hang on.
Each time.
Stay calm now. It's not at the discretion of each state legislature to give the electoral votes to whoever they decide. It is. They must be faithful to the voters of the state and represent the states.
Nothing about voters.
That's
why they created the Electoral College.
So you believe
had nothing to do with it.
This is Mike the Lib.
They had to create that link with saying it. We give it to the voters. That was a link that was created. It was not in the Constitution.
So the Democrats will take it away.
No, it won't be.
And when you say no, you mean yes.
Well, our founding fathers didn't want voters to vote for president. The only thing about the Electoral College was it created a separate election for president.
Well, it creates fairness. It creates fairness, as you know. It levels the playing field.
And the House was going to vote, so you wouldn't have had a separate election.
It levels the playing field, as you know, for the small states to give them power.
It overcounts the small states.
Yeah. Oh, see, and they shouldn't. And hang on. And Montana shouldn't have 2 senators, just like California, right?
Well, no. What you can do is you can increase the size of the House of Representatives, so then you can dilute the overemphasis of the Senate as a percentage.
Well, California, that's already been done.
What it was before.
That's already been done. That's built into the system. That's built into the system. Well, listen.
So 435, the size of the House of Representatives was totally decided in 1922. Before that, they had continuously increasing as population.
Right. Yes.
They stopped increasing at that time.
That's true.
They didn't have enough office space.
That's true, but
certainly enough office space.
But California still has a great many more representatives in the House than Montana.
They have the vast population.
Yet they have.
Besides the number of Electoral College votes by the population.
You get the impression. You get the impression.
Get one electoral vote. It takes Wyoming.
Do you get the impression that Mike the Lib is not learning anything from this point forward? Mike, you don't listen very well. I know that.
Well, Chris, I'm telling you what the facts are.
Yeah, I know, and I'm wrong. I'm wrong, right? Yeah, But what we're talking about is, and now we're done.
Socialist in there for disinformation.
And now we're done. But no, Minnesota and the Democrats have a scheme to undo the Electoral College, and they say they'll throw the electoral votes of Minnesota, which is the story that I was talking about, to whoever wins the popular vote, which is a complete corruption of the Electoral College and of our system of selecting a president of the United States through our constitutional republic and through our system of voting across the country. And the geniuses that created this country, had it figured out. It is absolutely mind-boggling how brilliant they were, and I'm sure that you would agree with that. And Mike, one last thing. You were the guy that said that there were weapons of mass destruction in Iraq, weren't you?
I know, Chris. I did ballistic missiles in Iraq. I did not do the WMD.
Scuds?
And the problem there was we had basically some bad sources of information, basically Saddam Hussein.
Yeah, well, all right, Mike the Lib, thank you very much. Good to hear your voice. I'm glad to hear that you're up and about. And you keep doing what you're doing. I'd like to think you're going to come to your senses, but never mind that.